Making your own liquid fertilizer at home doesn't have to be messy, and it can be an incredibly effective way to nourish your plants. With the power of nature, this method is straightforward, clean, and results in a nutrient-packed, microbe-rich solution that works wonders for your garden. By following these steps, you can create a potent fertilizer without the need for straining or dealing with unpleasant smells, as this technique naturally filters the liquid. Let's dive into the process and start creating this easy, organic solution for your plants. First, gather 2 containers. We will be using 2 5-gallon buckets. These work perfectly for this method. One of the buckets will need some modifications. Using a drill machine, make several holes in the bottom of one bucket. These holes are essential because they allow the liquid to drain and filter through naturally, giving us a clean fertilizer without the need for a mesh or cloth to strain it. The second bucket should remain hole-free, as this will serve as the container to catch the nutrient-rich liquid that will filter through. Once your buckets are ready, it's time to go out and collect weeds from your garden. Weeds can be a real problem if left unchecked, especially if they're at the seeding stage. Instead of letting them take up space in your compost pile or risk them growing back in full force, use them for this process. The weeds will decompose and provide you with an excellent fertilizer while eliminating the risk of them spreading. Add the collected weeds into the bucket with holes, filling it up as much as possible. Once the bucket is full, place it inside the second bucket, the one without holes. You'll notice there is a small gap around 2 to 3 inches between the bottom of the 2 buckets. This space is necessary for the liquid to collect and settle at the bottom without touching the weeds. It's this liquid that will turn into the powerful fertilizer we want to use. Now that the weeds are in the bucket, it's time to add water. Be sure to use non-chlorinated water. Rainwater is a great option. Chlorine can kill the beneficial microbes that we want to thrive in the mixture. Fill the bucket with enough water to submerge the weeds completely. The water should cover all the plant material to ensure that the microbes can break it down evenly. Once the weeds are fully submerged, the next step is to add a little garden soil. Take a few handfuls of soil from your garden bed and sprinkle it on top of the water. The soil will provide a boost of beneficial microbes that will help decompose the weeds faster and make the fertilizer even richer in nutrients. After adding the soil, give everything a good stir to mix the soil, water, and weeds together. This step ensures that the microbes from the soil are evenly distributed and ready to do their work. Now, cover the bucket with a lid. It's important to cover it loosely to allow for some airflow, which will help the microbes grow and do their job. You'll want to let this mixture sit for about 7 days. During this time, the microbes will break down the weeds, and the water will absorb all the nutrients and beneficial microbes, turning into a potent liquid fertilizer. Keep the bucket in a shaded area where it can ferment and break down the materials naturally. After a week, your liquid fertilizer will be ready to use. The next step is easy. Simply remove the bucket with holes from the second bucket. The liquid will have filtered through, leaving behind the solid weed material in the upper bucket. This is the beauty of this method. There's no need to strain the liquid manually. Everything separates naturally, leaving you with a clean, nutrient-packed solution. However, this liquid is highly concentrated, so it's important to dilute it before using it on your plants. For the best results, mix 1 liter of the fertilizer with 10 liters of water. This dilution ensures that your plants receive just the right amount of nutrients and microbes without overwhelming them. Once diluted, it's time to water your plants with this powerful solution. You'll notice a significant improvement in their health, growth, and overall vitality as the microbes enrich the soil and the yeast. Nutrients boost the plants. The remaining material in the upper bucket can be added to your compost pile, where it will continue to break down and contribute to your soil's health. Nothing goes to waste in this process, making it not only effective, but environmentally friendly too. You've turned garden weeds into an incredibly valuable resource that will benefit your plants and soil for months to come. This method of making liquid fertilizer has numerous benefits. The microbes present in the solution help improve soil health by breaking down organic matter and adding beneficial bacteria that promote plant growth. The nutrients released from the weeds are easily absorbed by your plants, resulting in healthier, more productive plants with better yields. Plus, by using natural, locally available materials like weeds and soil, you're avoiding the use of chemical fertilizers that can harm the environment and your garden. If you found this method useful, be sure to check out my other videos for more gardening tips.